Hello, welcome back to my channel, Sarah Hallam Ceramics, aka the Stokey Potter. Today I am doing another glaze reveal, but before we get into it, there's just a couple of things I want to say before I open this bad boy. So you may have noticed in my last video, this on the wall, I didn't say anything about it because I forgot. So this is actually temporary. I've got something very similar to this, in fact identical to this because this is my logo, but something a little bit better coming. So this was actually for my table when I do markets, but when it got delivered the other week, it was all off centre, all the edge was all wrong, so they had to send me another one. So I thought rather than waste this, I'll just use this as a temporary little logo from the wall for now. So yes, that's that. The last kiln opening, which was uploaded the early hours of this morning, so today's Monday the 4th of August, is it? So I actually recorded the kiln opening Saturday evening, edited it and everything ready to be uploaded on Sunday, so yesterday at 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. UK time. So we pressed upload and then nothing, and it ended up taking 14 hours nearly to upload. So yes, I know it was slightly long at 45 minutes, but that was just, I couldn't believe it. I ended up texting Jeanette from Far Forest Ceramics and said, is this normal? Do they normally take this long when they're over, 25-30 minutes? Because the longest one up until that point that I'd uploaded was only 25 minutes. So I thought, is this normal for it to be taking this long? Then I was panicking and thinking it's going to fail right at the last minute. I just had a nightmare with technology yesterday. I've had problems with my iPad, ran out of storage, and you know what iPads and iPhones are like, they don't allow you to upgrade your storage. So once you're up to your storage on your device, that's it, it's kind of curtains. So my husband's very kindly let me order a new iPad with a much bigger 2 terabytes. So let's see how quickly that'll take to fill up. But yes, so I want to thank everybody who's watched my 45-minute video so far. Thank you very much, I really appreciate it. Every interaction that I get, and every like, every comment, any feedback that I get is really appreciated. And for those of you that have your own YouTube channels, you know how much it is appreciated. And every time I get a notification on my phone, I do a little dance. And my husband will be like, got a notification? What have they said? Yeah, it's just, it's such an amazing feeling. This community that we have is really special. And it's not something that I've ever experienced before. In my previous life as a therapist, yes, I had that kind of camaraderie and that support, but this is just amazing. And to think that I'm having communications and messages and lovely feedbacks and feedback and kind words from people on the other side of the world, in America, in Canada, in Australia, in Tasmania, in Sweden, in Holland. It's just fabulous. I love it so much. And life at the moment is challenging. Some of you may have not seen on a previous video, but my brother, I've got 2 brothers, my youngest brother is quite unwell at the moment. I'm quite worried about him, but hopefully the NHS will do a wonderful job and get him through what's going on. So I am going to open up this kiln. We're at 89 degrees. So I'm going to glove up. So the top shelf, so it's a much smaller kiln load today, you'll be happy to know. So top shelf is a commission for a chip and dip bowl. So chip and dip bowls kind of have become my nemesis a little bit. I started to make them, people loved them, people commissioned them, and then I just started to have major problems with them cracking, oh, I just had a nightmare. So I kind of stopped doing them for a while, and then my next door neighbour's mum said, I really love the one that you've made for Hannah, can you please make me one? So I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go. And it was at the time when I was doing all my marathon hand building. So I thought, I know, I'll hand build one. So I've hand built it, and it, you know, it's up to her whether or not she likes it. If she doesn't, that's okay. I'm sure somebody will, or I'll keep it myself if it comes out okay. So we'll see. So should we get into it? I have also taken my glasses off because I was very conscious of the glare off my ring light, but I am going to have to put them back on to read and have a look at things because I can't really see without them. So glove off. So I will have to put them back on. So I'm sorry about the glare. I need to try and think about my lighting in the garage for future videos because the glare is a bit annoying. So you'll have to just forgive it. If I tilt my head, you can't see it. Anyway, should we go? Should we go? Let's go. Oh! It's one of my favourite glaze combinations. So, this is it. Look at that. So, it's Storm, Amico, and Snow, Amico. I'm also going to try really hard to remember the brand names. I remember the glaze names really well, but remembering whether it's Amico, Mako, I remember the Spectrum ones because I don't have many of them, but yeah, remembering between the two. So I am working really hard. But wow, it's a little tiny little, I don't know if that's a pinhole or what, or whether or not it's just something that was in the white glaze. When I was putting the snow on, I thought, oh, is that, does other people get that way? You get like little random bits of white, random bits of bits in your snow. And I'm really careful about cleaning my brushes off. So anyway, that's my chip and dip. So I did put a foot on it, which hasn't come out too badly. I'm quite happy with that. I just love this glaze combination. Gorgeous. And hopefully my next door neighbour's mum, Hannah's mum will like it. So didn't need to look at my notes for that one because it's quite self-explanatory. So we'll get down to the next shelf. Ooh. Check out my cone. I only put one in this one. That's a definite cone 6. Maybe a teeny tiny little bit hot for a cone 6, but definitely cone 6. I'm getting better at reading these as well, which is fab. So this shelf is 3 things. So first item I've got is a spoon rest that's a refire. Look at that. So, and it's on a local clay called Supreme Speckle Stoneware. And I think it's probably the last bit of the clay that I've got, because I've switched to a different supplier now. I don't buy it from Valentine's Clay anymore. But this little spoon rest is for me, and it's been in and out of this kiln I don't know how many times. First time it had smoky Merlot on, it came out, it was awful. So I chucked some snow on it, Amico snow, chucked it back in, it came out and it was still awful, didn't like it. So I thought, I know, I'm going to put Indigo Float on it, which is one of my favourite glazes. They're all our favourites, aren't they? Let's be honest. They're like our children now. Can you really have a favourite? So I put 2 more coats of Indigo Float on. So what's this had? So this has had 3 smoky Merlot, 2 snow, so that's 5. And so that's 7 coats that this little spoon rest has had. And you know what? I think I'm finally happy. So I now have a handmade spoon rest for my kitchen. Love it. This next little piece is a little birdie. And it is a bird. I'm really confident in saying it's a bird. Because there's a little story about this, as there always is, isn't there? Let me take my glasses off. So, I really wanted to make a bird bath. That'll be in an upcoming video when we're just glazing it at the moment. So, I was going to put a little bird on the side of the bird bath, and then when I did some research, I read that some birds actually don't like to use a bird bath if it looks like there's another bird using it. And I thought, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Why would you want to go and drink out of a fountain if there's somebody else drinking out of it? And I thought, well, that's if I made a bird that was really lifelike. So I thought I'll have a go first. So I made it, showed my husband and said, can you tell me if this looks like a bird? Give me your honest opinion. He said, you want my honest opinion? I said, yes, I want your honest opinion. He said, it looks like a fish. Rude. It didn't look like a fish, it looked like a bird, and so did the rest of my family think it looked like a bird. But anyway, I digress. So this is my little bird. So this has got various splashes of Mako Stroke and Coat. I literally just got 5 or 6 different colours out. I need to put my glasses back on. I think it's got Ruby Slipper on there, it's got Cara Bean Blue on there, got Just Froggy on there. It's got an orangey colour on there that I can't remember. So yeah, because there was just that many, I literally just got my brush and just went dig, 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 dig. But yeah, I love it. And I put black, Amico black matte, satin matte in the eyes. So that's my little birdie. So I will be making more birds and they won't look like fish. So this piece is a test glaze bowl. So what happened was I was commissioned a while ago to make somebody a fruit bowl. Made it, loved it. Was just about to put it into bisque fire and noticed it got a massive crack around the edge. I was gutted. So I had to make her another one. And you know what it's like. I couldn't make an identical one because I'm not that good yet. So I did make her one and she did love it and she did buy it and she was very grateful. But this one I kept because I thought I'll use it to test some glazes. So this is the bowl. So I used, you know, the car tape that you can buy. I used the thinnest one and I taped it up so that I've got 8 sections, and then I chose a handful of glazes, some that I've been having problems with. So I thought, well, I'll try to reglaze, I'll try them on this piece using my new bisque fire schedule and my now new glaze fire schedule. And you know what? On first inspection, I'm pretty happy. Excuse me. What I did was underneath, let me show you where the crack is. So there's the crack. Starts there all the way around. You can see it on the inside as well. There. I did wonder if the glaze would seep out from there, but it didn't. So what I did was I numbered 1 through to 8 all the way around, and I used the Palzer black underglaze pen that I got from Amazon. I'll put a photograph of it on the screen. So you want to know what everything is, don't you? So let me find where number 1 is. So that's 1, 2, and working our way around there. I'm sure you can tell what some of them are. So number 1 is Blue Surf. Now that has come out a lot greener. So I'm talking about this one here. So that's come out a lot greener than it has on anything I've ever done before. And it's interesting because the reason why I decided to test out Blue Surf again is because I was having major issues with pinholing, and I mean major issues. And it's such a beautiful glaze. I didn't want to give up on it. I didn't want to threaten it with divorce like I did Smoky Merlot. And I think me and Smoky Merlot might be back on good terms after the last kiln opening when I put it over Obsidian. Amazing. I can't wait to use that combination again. So I can't see any pinholes, so that's a win-win. I'm chuffed with that. So that's number 1. So number 2 is olive float. Look at that. So this one here, olive float. Love it, love it. Gorgeous. Can you tell what number 3 is? I think you might be able to. It's Poppy Fields Mako. I wanted to test it at Cone 6 because I see everybody using it. Jeanette's video at the weekend for Forest Ceramics. Oh my goodness, did you see her combination with Spectrum Sunrise, was it? And something or other, and Poppy Fields. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I might have to experiment with that myself. So yeah, that's come out really well. All of these have got 3 coats on, by the way. So next is number 4, which again, for those of you that know, it's Night Moth. And I put this on some of my mushrooms and one of my mugs that was in my last kiln opening, number 10, which, oh, I love it. Gorgeous. Number 5 is Storm, Amico Storm, 3 coats, and then Pearl White over the top. I love that. And the outside, if you look, not had any running. It's pooled lovely. Really like that. Great. Then we have Amico's Satin Matte Dark Blue. 3 coats, which is this one. But it's not complete because I accidentally put a coat in between coats 2 and 3 of Pearl White by mistake. Put it on that piece instead of that piece. Oops. So, but I like it though. It's given it a little bit of a shine. You can make out some of the matte. Can you see? I like that. I might actually use that, do that combination on purpose. So 2 coats of Amico Satin Matte Dark Blue, 1 coat of Pearl White, and then another coat of dark blue. So that's number 6. Number 7 is Seaweed. Now, yeah. I know Seaweed is one of those glazes I think that is better in combination, but I decided to use it on its own because, again, this was another glaze that I threatened with divorce because I was having major pinholes and I can't see a single pinhole. But I don't like it on its own, so I won't use it on its own. But at least I know it's not pinholes. And then the last glaze, Glaze 8, which is this one, is Fire and Ice Amico. And that's 4 coats because I put 3 coats on something a while ago and I didn't like it, so I put 4 coats on. And I'm still underwhelmed. So if anybody's got any experience of using Fire and Ice by Amico and you get the fire, which is the red, and the ice, which is the blue, if you can give me some tips on how you achieve that. There's a tiny bit of red, a teeny tiny bit in the brim there, in the crease bit. And the actual flat part is gorgeous, but on a vertical, not so much. So that's a bit like, Maybe if I was to make some plates or something, or platters, and just use it a little bit on the rim and the rest on the flat bit, yeah. So yeah, so that's my, driving a car. Yeah, happy with that. Right, next shelf. Oh my God. Don't you just hate that when a tiny little one of these things falls off your shelf? Wowzer. So in here are mugs, Laguna. And I think they're all Laguna. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mugs and 1 bird. Let me get my furniture out. Are they hot? Yeah, I can't pick them up without gloves. So I'm going to go in order. So the first one is Laguna. Look at that. That's beautiful. Darker than I would normally go for. I normally do quite bright colours, but I wanted to experiment with this glaze combination. So this is Laguna Amico deep fabric all over, inside and out to there. Oh, sorry, it's got 2 inside, 3 outside. And then I've got 3 coats of oatmeal all the way inside. And I put the oatmeal to about there. About there. Probably, what, 2 centimetres down. Loving that. And I literally got the brush with the oatmeal on. And I literally just went shoo, shoo, because I didn't want any running. Gorgeous. Next mug. So this next mug is Indigo Float on Laguna. Three coats. Indigo Float is, what's that? Oh, bit of fluff. Indigo Float's Amico. Love it on this clay. Check out the inside. Gorgeous. Is that pinhole? Ugh. I think that might be a couple of pinholes, people. But check out the bottom. Can you see the hexagon? So, for those of you that follow Nat from Mud Magic's tutorial on how she does the hexagon feet, I did it. I also did it on my bee mug, but I forgot to mention it because I was so excited in my last kiln opening. But how cool is that? You might not be able to see it as well on this clay, but I'm definitely going to be using it on other mugs. So next mug is Cenote. Three coats. Cenote, is that Mako? See what I mean? I just, head is 3 coats. I love how, because it's on speckled clay, how it's much darker. I can see a few pinholes. Not sure I've got any inside, so hopefully when I do the seep test overnight they'll be okay. The next one is Honey Flux on its own. 3 coats. Not sure about that actually. It's a bit dull. experimented with little different handle shape flower on the handle. I'm not sure about that. What do you guys think? It's not colourful enough for me. So do I leave it as it is or do I refire? Thoughts? Ideas? Next one is Moss Mist. Love Moss Mist. Love how it oh, that's strange. Look at that dark bit there. Ooh. That's strange. Must have been a hot bit or something, I don't know. Love it though. Little heart that I left unglazed on the handle. Two to go and then my bird and then we're done. I won't keep you for 45 million hours this time. So we have this was an experiment. So let me tell you what it is before I show you. So it's Rainforest Amico inside, 3 coats. Mako Black Sparkle Engobe on the outside, up 2 coats, and then Green Jasper Mako, one of the new Stoneware glazes, 2 coats. Are you ready? Look at that. I'm in love with it. Look at the blue that's coming out there. Can you see? Gorgeous. I'm loving that. Little flower on the bottom. Can't wait to get this outside. Take some photographs in the natural light and see that black engobe sparkle. You can see it a little bit already there. I'm loving that. Gorgeous. I'm noticing there's a bit of a theme with these mugs and they're all quite dark, which is a bit of a shift for me, but I quite like it. This one I think was a combination that Lindy Lou shared recently. I'm sure there's other people as well, but the most recent one for me was Lindy Lou. And it's snow, Amico snow on the inside. Gorgeous. The speckle of the clay, the Laguna clay, really shines through. And then ancient copper on the outside. 3 coats on the outside only. So I did 3 coats snow on the inside, 3 coats ancient copper on the outside up to the rim, not quite up to the rim. And then when that was dried, I put 3 coats of snow so far down. Loving that. And then I've got some butterflies on the handle, which perhaps shouldn't have done them in blue because it doesn't really look right, does it? Looks a bit odd. Do you think? Let me know what you think. Should I leave that as it is, or should I try and maybe put something lighter over the blue? Butterflies. Or are they dragonflies? So yeah, happy with that. And the final piece is another little bird, and this is a bird. Let me see. And it is Mako's green jasper. 3 coats. Really like that glaze. So that's it. I was really hoping to get it under 30 minutes. I haven't quite achieved that, but so yeah, let me know what you think. Slight departure for me in terms of the colour of the combinations, and I guess a lot of that is because it's on a darker clay, so I did know and expect them to be darker, but it'll be interesting to know what you think and whether or not I should refire the mug with honey flux on, which is this one, or do I keep it as it is, and if I do refire it, what should I put on it instead, remembering that this is a dark clay. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you are enjoying my content, please like and subscribe. As you know, every interaction is so much appreciated and it really helps my channel to grow. The last time I looked at my subscribers count, which was earlier on this afternoon, I was up to 266. It'd be great if I could get to 300 by the end of August. So that's kind of my little goal that I'm setting myself. So if you can help me to achieve that, I'd be really, really appreciative. So yeah, I've got another load of bisqueware to go in shortly. Some of that's terracotta clay, so I'm putting the terracotta clay glazed pieces in with the bisqueware because it's fires to the same temperature. So that should be coming out of the kiln, well, when I put it in the kiln tomorrow, it'll be coming out over the next few days. So this video is probably not going to be uploaded till the weekend, because it'll probably take 500 million hours again to upload it, because I'm over 30 minutes now. So once again, thank you so much. Oh, just before I do, in my previous video I was talking about my glaze book. So this is my glaze book, which is just a normal notebook, but let me show you. So I've just got 1,000,001 glaze combinations, things that I've tried, things that I want to try, you know, when I've kind of like done something and it's just not working. So I use these to keep track of what glazes I'm doing and how many coats I've put on and any notes or anything like that, which I find really helpful. And what I generally do is I make sure that I've updated this so that it's in here, and then I chuck that away. But I just need a better system. I have thought about maybe an index card system, but I know a couple of you have already commented on my previous video, number 10, and it's been really helpful and interesting to know what other people do. So yeah, any thoughts, feedback, comments, be welcome. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you're all having a fabulous day, or had a fabulous day, or about to have a fabulous day, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye.